All right. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer's live stream. Let me turn my phone off. Welcome. We've got the sound on. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, look at how horrible I look. Look at this. I look so bad. I look so bad. Maybe I should have shaved. Maybe I shouldn't have shaved. Um. Anyway, welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. This is stream number one. Thank you for having faith in me. Thank you for coming back. I have faith in you. Thank you. Kate Gwynn is here, and Joe is here, and Kermit is here, and Streaky Bacon is here, and Maltese Phil is here. Andrew Rubin is here. It's going to be a very busy show because it's Tuesday, and I'm like in a mood. I've been catastrophizing. I saw a video about teenage girls and how they catastrophize and how they're constantly running around saying they're worried and anxious and depressed. And then I realized, wait a second, that's what I do. Am I like a teenage girl? Is that what you do? Do you like this light? Is this a better light? Tell me if you think it's a better light. I don't have the side lights on. I like it better this way. I like it better this way. We've got our American flag because I am an American. But I'm also, I don't know where my British flag is. Do you know where the British flag is? Paul Yoward is here. Streaky Bacon is here. So there you go. So if you're here, just say hello. Say hello and tell us that you're here, please. Let me just delete some of these streams here. Okay. If you're here, just say hello. Everybody say hello so I know that you're here. I was watching a bit of somebody earlier. I don't even want to mention his name. His name with his humor and his professionalism. He's not my kind of comedian. I mean, I don't mean that. That's not live chat. Are we on the live chat? Let's see if we're on the live chat. We're on the live chat. So live chat is good. Yes, thank you very much. And I was watching Stephen Allen, and he's very professional. He's very professional and very jokey. But he's not Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer is a man of passion, is a man of principle, is a man of caring until the trouble comes, and then I'm just going to back away. I'd like to say a prayer at the end of the show for the Iranians who are fighting, all those people in the streets who are fighting, and how many of them are going to be killed by the Iranian Islamist people. How many of them are going to be killed? They believe in killing. I mean, I hate to say it. That's what their book says. Their book says we can force people to believe what we want you to believe. So Vatanai says hello, and Andrew Rubin says hello. So hello, everybody, hello. Beautiful people on the thing. Alex comes in and says shalom. So I'd like to discuss whether we have grounds for worrying. I don't know whether you're going to notice, but I actually woke up today. Today has been a victory for me. I'm at 75.9 kilograms. 75. Remember I said at the start of the year, I don't remember what my weight was at the start of the year, but I said my goal for this year was to be 75 kilograms. Well, I am in 75 kilograms. Thank you, Paul, for saying that. Class act. Anyway, the protesters in Iran are pro-Israel. Exactly. That's why we support the protesters. That's not the only reason we support them, but you know, they're if you are for an open society, if you're for feminism and women working and having a choice of things, you will support the Iranian things. But what happened is, I'm going to just see how much I weigh. I weighed today, and because on the first December 27th, I weighed 78 kilograms, and now I weigh 76 kilograms. So I've lost 2 kilograms, which is like 5 pounds. Janet is here. You are one poop away. Well, the answer to that question is no. From 75, I'm 75.9. There's Joodles. Joodles is here. Beautiful, beautiful Joodles and beautiful, beautiful Janet. Let's wave to Janet. Is that what that symbol means? Is that like a waving symbol? What do you mean by that? What do you mean, Paul? That I weigh 9 stone, 4 pounds. If anyone's interested, I am interested. You know I'm interested. Am I 2 stone lighter than you? Am I 2 stone? Well, what does 2 stone mean? 2 stone means you weigh 100. 2 stone is a lot. 2 stones is 28 pounds. Okay. So, well, what does that mean? What is 9 stone? Let's find out what that means. Is it carbs, Jews, or Trump today? Well, I'd like to, we can't always talk about Trump, but, and Trump he's acting a bit, not irrational, but like he doesn't care. And he reminds me of somebody, but at least he's my somebody. Let's see how much 9 stone. Hold on, what did you say? 9 stone 4. Kate Gwynn. I'm interested. 9 stone. Nine stone 4 in pounds. Are we going to check pounds? That's 130 pounds. I mean, that's all right. It's not perfect. 9 stone. Just go about your business, everyone. 9 stone in kilos. Let's see what it is in kilos, because I measure myself in kilos. Is that the right thing? I don't even know. Every morning you wake up. Should it be pounds? Should it be kilos? Should it be stone? I don't understand kilograms. It's imperial from me. Well, what that means, you weigh 58 kilograms. How tall are you, Kate Quinn? I would say that's excellent. How tall are you? If you're 5'1", that's maybe not so good. But if you're 5'5", that's probably brilliant. Judith says, brilliant, Rubes. I might turn the laptop back on and keep the wheels of industry turning a bit longer. I don't know. Okay. Maltese weighs 9 stone, is 57 kilograms. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Is that good? It's 57 kilograms. Claire weighs 50 kilograms. I mean, she says, I'm not going to say what she weighs. It's up to her to say what she weighs. It's not my business. But 58 is fine. So I'm 13 kilo heavier than you. No, Janet says. Than I am. So I weigh 13 kilo. That's 28 pounds. I think more. Janet, you're a beautiful girl, but you know me. I'm totally obsessed with that. I'm totally obsessed with being thin and beautiful. I'm totally obsessed. And if I keep it into the 75 thing, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to be happy. Trump wrote a letter to the Daners saying that I ain't been giving the Nobel Prize. I think he wrote it to the Norwegians, Paul. That since he hasn't been given the Nobel Prize, then I'm going to try some ass kicking in Greenland. I paraphrase. Well, why not? Why not? Why not? Why would he care about getting a Nobel Peace Prize? Those people are globalists, like all globalists. They were founded by a murderous, by Alfred Nobel and the Nobel family, and they made all of the weapons and things. Did they not? They did. They made the weapons. So why would you want a Nobel Peace Prize? Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize. Who knows who else? Yes, 2 stone. So I am beautiful and fat. You can be beautiful and fat. You can be. But just remember, Lewis Schaffer, I mean, yeah, you could be beautiful and fat. What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to say, you know what, Janet, if you lost a couple of pounds, that'd be horrible for me to say. It would be so unlikable for me to say. If any of you girls, if you're thin, if you lose weight, Lewis Schaffer will do you. Is that horrific? That is horrific. You probably are beautiful. Morbid obese diversity hire is appointed health ambassador. I don't think she was the health ambassador, according to Grok, but she's doing something with the health there, and she's fat, and she's going to die, and she's going to die. Okay, picture on Lewis X and Discord. She is obviously a typical Welsh 23-year-old girl. Well, they are now. I mean, I feel bad for the Welsh. They were fighting for their own right to exist for 700 years or more than that. When were the Welsh taken over by the English? They were forced into the rainiest, mountainous, gloomiest part of Britain, and now they're losing their country. He did pride himself on starting no wars. Exactly, Kermit, which is like, this is what happens. You messed with the wrong guy. They were so afraid. They catastrophized Donald Trump, and now he's giving them what they anticipated. Am I right about that, Kermit? Would you be able to throw Lewis? You would be able to throw Lewis over your shoulder. Yes, Kate, you might be able to do that. I might even like that. But I might like that. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying. Am I saying I'm going to have sex with you girls? This is Lewis Schaffer is supposed to be a political pundit from, recently seen on GB News. And what am I? I'm like a sleazy, creepy guy. Vatanai. What a shambles. It's like they are trying to be hated. What America? Yeah, maybe America's trying to be not messed with. And maybe we're taking out on Greenland what we want to take out on Canada. F Canada, that's what Lewis Schaffer says. Obama got his Nobel for getting elected with a tan, says Paul Yoward. Yeah, it's a bit true. They were so happy to have him elected. And I was happy when he was elected too. I believed in this stuff back. I didn't believe in it back in the day, but I believed more and more of it. I didn't see how evil the guy was. The guy was full on proper evil. Obama. It would be horrible to say that to Janet. Yes. Also saying 57 kilogram, that's okay. It's not perfect, but okay. To our Kate was lovely though. Did I say that? So I said it's not perfect, but it's okay. It might even be perfect. I don't know how tall she is. I don't even know if I'm perfect right now. I'm 59. I don't know. I don't think I look. I don't know. I've got major teenage girl issues, and I think like a teenage girl. I think. Streaky Bacon speaking to me. Do you know some historians think the Welsh came from the lost tribes of Israel? Some. What does that mean, some? David Icke or whoever that other guy was? I mean, no. I mean, they are dark-ish, but they could be Celts. Yeah, they could be. People come from everywhere. Does that make... If you don't think you're Jewish, you are not Jewish. You have to be told you're Jewish in order to be Jewish. Have you seen the youth help? Yes, we did. Who looks like a blimp? They all look like blimps. The leftists look like blimps. The reason why I'm in love with you, Janet, is because of the way you think. And I know I'm pretending, you got to take care of yourself. You got to look this way. You got to do this and that. But basically, I'm not, I know Judels go, oh, you're horrible, Lewis. But at the same time, I like the way leftists get fat. Why do they get fat? Because they carry around a lot of horrible thoughts with them, which makes them fat. But that's interesting. Judel says, indeed, God forbid anyone can pinch an inch. Yes, that's true. I mean, I'm trying not to. You can't, you could pinch. I don't know whether you could pinch an inch on. Can you pinch an inch on me? I'm not happy with this shirt. Can you see that? Can you see? It's not really an inch. It's not really an inch. It's kind of an inch. We could talk. We're not going to talk about this again because this is what's on my mind. Trump is going to shock us all with his alien disclosure. Yeah, maybe he's gone mad. Maybe he's gone crazy. Or maybe what his goal is to F up the world. To F up the Chinese, to F up the Russians, but to F up the Europeans, the leftist commie Europeans. Maybe that's his goal. To F up to F up the commies in America who tried to bring him down. You know, not even just they tried to bring him down. He actually believes this stuff. He thinks America should be strong. Are you against that? Don't we want England to be strong? But England isn't strong right now. It needs to be strong. Maybe taking Greenland stops a war also with China and Russia. Maybe it does. Maybe it's telling everybody, do not mess with us. That's what this live stream is. It's telling everybody, do not mess with Lewis Schaffer. Don't you want that? Don't you want that? You know, there's a picture on Discord. Do I have to look on Discord? I know what she looks like. I've seen what she looks like. It's painful. It's painful. Lewis, I'm so upset, so I'm eating a Twix. Yeah, a full Twix with 4 pieces, or half a Twix with 2 pieces, or 1 piece of a Twix, or maybe half a piece. The problem is, once you have a bite of a Twix, you're gonna want a second bite. Am I right? Am I wrong about this? I don't want to get all armchair psychologist here, says Kermit, and you can if you want to. But I could posit the theory, and I'm going to listen to your theory, because I'm not sure about my theory. I've actually asked my kids this. What's going on there? I've asked you this, that you are fixating on your daily weight in an attempt to have control at least some part of your life. That is correct. That is correct. I want to have control. I want a perfect body. I want to have control. I want you to love me. Whenever I'm around, how do the words go? But you are so special, Janet. Joodles, you are so special. Kate, you are so special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a creep. That's what makes this show. This show is a unique show. Stream. It's not even a show, it's a stream. I was told by a historian, you're having a little Twix. That's 2 pieces. Okay. Try to have only 1. Try to have only 1. It's really hard. Sugar is addictive. Addictive. It feels good to think about it, but once you taste a little bit, you want more and more. You want more and more. A Twix is 2 pieces. I didn't know that. I thought, what about the 4 one? Also, it's an age thing. As you lose control of bodily functions, you want to be more control. That's exactly right. UK Video Clips is here. Welcome, UK Video. We have not seen you in a while, UK Video Clips. I was told by an historian at St. Fagans, South Wales, that being tall from Yorkshire, I was more likely to have Celtic ancestry than South Walian, who originally dark coloration from India via Ireland. Okay. Okay, I didn't know the difference between that, Paul. I didn't know the difference. Okay. Checks in the post. You're sending money to this thing. Here comes an audience participation deep dive into Lewis's head. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, I know you're not interested. I'm not really that interested either. I'm doing it because I want some control. It gives me something to think about. I can wake up every day, or 2-3 times a day. I weigh myself when I go to sleep at night, right? And when I wake up in the morning, and I think to myself, I have more control. Do you know what? I used to get used to go for blood tests when I first started. You know, whatever. I had to go to whatever. I was taking blood pressure medication, not thinking about it, and they wanted me to go to blood tests. And in order to go to blood tests, you should not eat the night before. And they said, Lewis, don't eat the night before. And I wouldn't turn up for the blood test because I could not go 6 or 10 hours without eating. That's a problem. That's a problem. When I eat it, when you eat it, do you eat the top off and then eat the biscuit, or just in one go? When you're eating a Twix bar, no, don't you? I don't know. How do you mean? Like you basically pick at it? Yeah, I mean Twixes are so good. Whatever. Thank you, Streaky Bacon. I'm a creep. I'm a creep. Yes. Okay. I'm a creep. Kate Gwynn says, I think that's the best way. You're thinking of Kit Kat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of Kit Kat. I'm thinking of Kit Kat. You're right. UK Video Clips comes in too. Says I'm thinking of Kit Kat. I'm wrong. So what is it? What does a Twix look like? Can I? Let me just go on the live stream on the on the Google, and I'll look at what Twix looks like. Twix. Oh, okay, okay, okay. This is what Twix looks like. Can you see this, everybody? Can you see that? 40 times 9. What flavor is that? That is not one of my flavor. That's not one of my flavors. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't look there. Don't look there. That's my people sending me messages. What do we have? What do we have? We have um, what do we have? I mean, I'm not a big fan. I don't even know what the flavor is. It's like a hard nougat. A hard nougat. A hard nougat. Okay. I'm showing personal information that I should have. I want a Twix so bad now. Yeah, Twix are, I like Twix better than Kit Kat. No, I like Kit Kats better than Twix. I got a multi-pack in the freezer. I confess, Janet says, to 2 one day, only small though. I thought I'm okay with my size. You're not okay. I'll try to lose a couple of stones though. Stop drinking so much chocolates. Stop drinking, so munching chocolate instead. Yeah, you've got to really be strong. You got to be cool. You got to be together. I'm not saying, I don't know what you look like, Janet, but thin is healthier. Let's be thin, and you'll be happier when you're thin. Caroline Cooper is here. We haven't seen her in a few, whatever. Kits were good, sir. Thank you, UK Video Clips. So Caroline Cooper says, evening, sir. Kate Gwynn. Apparently Lewis didn't. What did you say to Kermit? We all know what a Twix looks like. I didn't know. Sorry. This just shows the lack of information that I have on this subject. Do you know what a Twix looks like, producer?
Yeah.
Yes, I guess he does. I know Kit Kat is what I like. They got the 4 pieces, and you can have 2 of them, or you can have 1 of them, or you can have half of 1 of them. Apparently, I didn't know. Thank you, Judith, for pointing that out. I grabbed some instant noodles to take to work. They had this sauce in a sachet that was highly savory, umami, and Moorish. As soon as I finished it, I wanted another. Yes. Well, why are savory, salty foods Moorish? Why does it make food taste better? Why, when you sprinkle a little salt on most foods, you want to have more of it? Is it because we need salt? No, it's not. I'm going in the other room because I'm going to change this shirt. This shirt is making me feel uncomfortable. Everybody, can you do me a favor? Can you go to Twitter? Just make sure you're signed into Twitter. This makes me happy because it's tighter. I look more muscly. Can you see how muscly I look? Can you see that? Maybe not muscly, but no, I don't have a layer of fat on me. I could eat a Bounty, anyone. Yes, Bounties are good too. We have them in America. They're not called Bounty. They're called Almond Joys. And that's what I call down there. Down there. I grab, yes, because the food, the things that makes us want to eat more are salty foods, umami foods, sugary foods, starchy food. When we eat those, we think, oh, I got to have another portion. So Janet is here. Yes, the song Talking Heads is just called Radiohead. Is that where the name came from? Radiohead. He's great. Tom, whatever his name is, Tommy York. Is that his great? Where was Caroline? Caroline was saying where she was. Did you go on holiday or something? Where did you go? I don't see where you went. I don't see. I've been on holiday in Italy. Fancy. That's the Lewis Schaffer audience. The Lewis Schaffer audience are people who go on holiday, in England, in Italy. Where in Italy? Let's find out. Follow Lewis on Twitter. Yes, that's so important. On Twitter. Follow Lewis Schaffer on Twitter. Here's a picture of me when I was like 22 years old. Look at how great. Look at how like an adult. I look like an adult. Maybe I was 24 at that time. I shaved. They needed people to work, so they gave me a job. MSG, yes. Well, monosodium, it's salt, and it's glutamate. And there's something about glutamate which we need to cut back on. Yeah, right. That's the Chinese people. It makes food tastier because it's a dead meat flavor. I had a great time, thank you. You had a miserable Christmas. Where in Italy were you? The vending machine in the Welsh College of Music and Drama, Vatanai, had 5-finger Kit Kat. This was in the mid 80s. My breakfast was often a cookie from that machine and a 5-finger Kit Kat. Yeah, that we used to eat that stuff. And when you're young, maybe you can eat that stuff, but as you get older, you can't. Radiohead came from David Byrne. What a great mind he had. I mean, they said he's autistic, but everybody, that's the way things are today. Everybody's got psychological problems. Even people have said that I have psychological problems. Can you believe that? Umami is not salty. It isn't, right, I know that. But there's a lot of salt that's mixed in with umami too. Is that salty? Is another type of substance triggering taste buds, equating to, not to a smooth taste, to make you want to eat more. There's no such taste as smooth. There's no part of the tongue smooth. You were skiing in the Dolomites. That is brilliant. You know the Dolomites come from urine. They're the same consistency as urine, according to Velikovsky. Okay. There's Claire. Claire is in the house with no eye, with one eye. Claire, you look so good in that shirt. Thank you for saying that. I went and changed the shirt. And I weigh 75 point. Armish Kit Kat. Who is that? Is that the leader of the Kurdish movement in Turkey? What does that mean? So the skiing. Oh my God, that's what I like. That's what we like. We like fancy people who are skiing in Italy. Is there still snow there after all the climate change? Climate change bull. So is there snow there? So thank you everybody for participating in this thing. What is funny? UK video clips. I mean, there's, when you eat umami thing, it makes you want to have more. That's why Japanese food is always the number one food thing. They eat a lot of fish, which is salty stuff. So, fish. A lot of salty stuff. David Byrne played Talking Heads songs. He is amazing in concert, or was in the 90s, in the early 2000s, when I saw him a few times, says Paul Yoward. Yes. How old is he now? He could be a year or two older than I am. How old is David Byrne? Let's find out how old David Byrne is. Can I find out how old David Byrne is? How old is David Byrne? Talking Heads. He is 73 years old. And look at how good he looks, being thin. He was always so thin. And that's what I'd like to be. Thin is good. He was born in Scotland. He's Scottish. Did you know this? He was married and then married. Is he married? He's got He's got, how many children does he have? One child. Only one child. Malu, who is the husband of Malu Valentine Byrne. That's I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? Yes. Um, yes. How is your uncle doing? Joodles asks. I recommend it, Claire. What do you recommend? Skiing and or Kit Kat with 5 fingers? Yes, they made a shorter 5 finger Kit Kat made for vending machines, similar to the more square chalk vending machines. But there's also been shrinkage, probably, right? They used to have in train stations. Yes. Lud is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lud. Lewis Schaffer loves Lud. Lewis, I'm late. I think I'm pregnant. If it's a boy, I'm going to call it Ragdolliana. Ragdolliana. I will make sure it is blue hair and posters of Greta Thunderbird on his wall. Is that true? Are you pregnant? I thought you were a guy. I thought you were a guy, not a girl. But you could be a girl if you want to be a girl. I love you anyway. That's like Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer is so loving. I am so loving. Byrne is autistic. Well, he says he's autistic, Paul. I call it personality. Is autistic but charming. Was a ladies' man, really. Got lots of action. I wish I was more of a lady. I was a ladies' man for a couple of months. Charming. Was a lady man. A biography called Fa 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 Fa. A better run away. That's funny. That's a good name for a biography. Fa Fa Fa. And look who's here. Who else is here? Everybody that Lewis Schaffer likes is here. If you're not here, I don't like you. But if you come in, I like you. But Lucy, and Lucy knows how much I love. Every time I say it, it sounds like a joke. I love Lucy because that was the American TV program. But I love Lucy. And she's commented that I said the Dolomites are the same consistency as urine. Well, they're dried urine, as dried urine. Let's see what that means. Okay, you ready to see this? We're ready to see this. It's in window capture. Let's go back here. There we go. That quote is a clever. Okay. Do you read what it says? Come on, I want some. That quote is a clever. They accuse me of being clever. Metaphorical description linking the mineral dolomite, which forms the Dolomite Mountains, to urinary deposits like kidney stones or bladder sediment, highlighting their similar crystalline nature and mineral composition, often involving calcium carbonate, as discovered in studies on biogenic dolomite formation. It's not about the mountain's texture. It's dry. It's about the mineral's formation process, sometimes mirroring conditions where bacteria help precipitate carbonates, similar to how urinary stones. There you go. The urolog, it's right there. You're going to say, Lewis, that's amazing. Tell me that's amazing, Lucy. That's amazing. What I just said is amazing. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, there you go. Lud is a mad bastard. He's a mad bastard. He's Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer loves him. Okay, Claire says, Joodles, he has a morning care and he doesn't want her to make him breakfast, but he's too shy to say, bless his heart. He's on tablets for a growth in his prostate. He values our phone calls. That's lovely. You are a good girl, Claire, for calling up your uncle. That's lovely, lovely, lovely. But I will say this to you. Shouldn't take pills for prostate. You got to go on a low-carb, super low-carb diet. Dolomite says, I'm taking fentanyl to lose weight, Len says. Yeah, that's funny. Take fentanyl to lose weight. I wish I could remember how much the 5-finger one was, but the ones I brought were full length fingers. I'm looking for Lucy to say, I didn't know that about the Dolomite skiing range. They're kidney stones. That's what they are. They're really weird. They're so weird they cannot be explained, the Dolomite Mountains. And why the Dolomites? Only there. Only in Italy, or wherever. Maybe it extends slightly into Austria, possibly. I made my day, yes, Lucy. Maybe kidney stones, yes. It may be kidney stones, Caroline Cooper. It's made my day. It's because how many times do I say Velikovsky and it cannot be proved? How many times do I say something insane? And that's what we all have to do, is think insane thoughts to get us through the day. In some cases, there were 3 5-fingered bars in the 1980s. A Kit Kat with 5 shorter fingers was sold in vending machines in the UK. That's very interesting, Kermit. Claire says, she's saying hello to everybody. Hello, Claire. Triumph made a car called a Dolomite. It moved like a rock and pissed out fluids. That's a joke, Paul. Very funny. That's a joke. Don't forget Mars bars were larger. They were all larger. And then they made the Mars, they basically cut the Mars bars in half. Do you know that? So what do you think about that, Lucy? What do you think about that? Say, well, that's really interesting, Lucy. I didn't have any respect for you before you said that, and now I have a bit more respect for you. Thank you for telling me about that. This was 1983 to 1987, Fatanai says. I assumed that a 4-finger was not suitably priced, the value of coins then. So the 5-finger Kit Kat solved the problem. I think it was 20p. Yeah, 20p. Well, how much was 20p back then? Let's see. Amazing knowledge and consistency of dried urine, Paul Yoward. Yes, well, that's something you don't forget easily when you've been told that the mountain range is the same consistency as urine. Human urine. The kind that causes dried human urine, the kind that causes kidney failure. If you have kidney failure, you have to stop eating carbs. Lewis, do you have an opinion on the Amelia? Do you have an opinion on the Amelia meme? I don't know the Amelia meme. What is that? Let me see what the Amelia meme is. I'll just copy this here. I'll go over here, and we will go down here, and we will see what is the Amelia meme. Images. Viral anti-immigration goth girl. 2 images from Amelia on Pathways. Well, it says this is saying what is Pathways and who is Amelia? Controversial. She's a pretty girl. That's the kind of girl that Lewis Schaffer likes. A girl. I don't know. I never heard of that. Anybody want to make sense of that? I remember the big Mars bars, thick chocolate on it, says Claire. It was so good. I used to love candy bars. I love them now. How do you say no to a candy bar? It's hard to say no. So Ron Smith is here. Ron Smith. Thank you, Ron Smith, for coming in. Is here. What does Ron Smith say? Mars bars was 25p in tuck shop. What is a tuck shop? I never heard that phrase used before, tuck shop. Amelia is the best girlfriend ever. Well, basically, I want a girl who doesn't argue with me that much. Every guy does. I have lost 1 girlfriend plus 2 old girlfriends, maybe 4. Maybe more because of my political beliefs. I don't want to lose more girlfriends. I want people to agree with me. Marathons were better before Snickers, says Streaky Bacon. Is that true? I thought they were the same thing. She was hot. Amelia is the best girlfriend ever. Yes, says Streaky Bacon. Ron Smith says Dutton did a video on her because he's a psychologist and was talking about why people dye their hair. Okay, is that what it's about? What is the issue for the woman? I swear to God, Jewel says, if he was born in the last 20 years, he'd be a troon. I love anime. Think some men are feminine. The whole works. Do you think I would be? Maybe I would be. Maybe I'd want to fit. Maybe I would see which way the wind is blowing. I wouldn't be fighting against the world, Joodles. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's right. And for the people who don't know, and I didn't know, a troon is someone is a bully transsexual, I would say. The five-finger, this is Kermit, the five-finger Kit Kat was sold in the UK vending machines and weighed about 50 grams. The standard four-fingered Kit Kat weighs around 41 grams, Vatnai, so not a massive difference in length. Okay, yeah, well, that's still, how many calories in 50 grams of Kit Kat? Hold on a second. Is that Kit Kat? Let me see how many calories that has. Do you mind if I check this out? How are you feeling over there, producer? Not that good?
I'm fine.
What are we going to have for dinner? Kit Kat. What a great name, Kit Kat. In 4.5. What is 51, you think? 4.55. No, it probably wasn't any different in length, and it was 250 calories, and it had 34 grams of carbs. So that's a lot of carbs in 50 grams. So it's almost like 60% carbs. I remember buying packs of 16 cigarettes in bars so they could charge the same and give less value. Well, that's how business runs. That's how business runs. I remember. Yeah, okay. Hold on. It should be called a marathon. It makes it easy when you call the same thing everywhere. It just makes it easier. It's like like Burger King in Australia is called something else. What is Burger King called? Hamburger Harry's? I don't know what Burger King is called. I like a long kick. Lilith is here. Hello, Lilith. Hello, Lilith. About our discussion on baked beans. Should be okay if you use a quarter of a tin. It should also be sugar-free tin. But what? Because it's got fake sugar, and they're going to find out really horrible things about fake sugar. And it's not fake sugar, but sugar alcohols like sterols or whatever. I mean, I'm against it. Claire says hi to Lilith. Lilith says hi to Claire. Hello. You're sad because you know all the Kit Kat facts, but you don't want to admit it, says Streaky. Yeah, she doesn't seem like a big Kit Kat eater. Were you a Kit Kat eater, Joodles? But she knows everything about me. She knows I'm a troon. Okay. At middle school teacher, Mr. Gillian, had a lunchtime shop. He would tell me off for buying stuff, saying this rubbish is not for you, Paul. He was our Prime of Miss Jean Brodie woman. Do you remember that? When was that movie made? When did the book come out? Baked beans mix well with cheese. Yes, they do. Great 30 grams in a quarter. Yes, but that doesn't mean it's great for you. I'm not sure it does. Beans have been getting good press of late. Not just baked beans. Yeah, because it's the globalists. Because they make money farming. And they don't want us to eat meat because they want us to die. That's why it's been getting good press. It's all substitute food. All of these foods are substitute foods. Are they not? They are all substitute foods. They're all substitute foods. Okay. That's what I say. Caroline, you could be right. I love cheesy beans, Lilith says. And I do too. But Beans are a substitute for meat, and they're not, the protein is not as bioavailable. In Australia, Kermit says, Burger King operates under the name Hungry Jack's. I said Hamburger Harry's. Hungry Jack's due to a trademark issue with a pre-existing restaurant. Yeah, and then after a while, people don't even ask for Burger King. I ate some gorgeous cheese earlier called Compt cheese. That cheese is delicious. Anyone like mushrooms? I like mushrooms. But it's not great food. Cheese is much better than any of them. The only way to eat baked beans is with grated cheese on top, Caroline Cooper, and some coarse ground pepper. I'm not a big fan of pepper. I'm not a big fan, but yeah, cheese with beans is good, but is it necessary? It's poor people's food. I watched a guy talking about, now hold on a second. Someone told me last week, Lilith says, that you can put fake chocolate in a bath. It was an advert ages ago. Flake chocolate in a bath. You can put flake chocolate in a bath. Well, why would you want to do that and ruin the flake? I watched a guy talking about well-known brands in the U.S. and here, and how they have reformulated using poor quality ingredients and fillers. Poor food scam, cheaper ingredients sold for more. How they have been reformulated. So in America, they're poorer quality. Yeah, a lot of those qualities they were forced to by law because they couldn't use like tallow or butter. So they said, oh, this is using palm oil, and then they go, palm oil is no good. Were Kit Kats named after the Kit Kat bar in Berlin? Lucy Van Pelt. I'm still waiting for Lucy Van Pelt to say that I'm amazing with the Dolomites. I don't know. Well, do you want to Google that yourself? You're there, Lucy Van Pelt. How are you feeling? Yes, I like mushrooms, especially with garlic and oil. Bloody lovely. Well, I don't think you don't need to have it with. First of all, what kind of oil? Is it cooked oil or is it even olive oil? Remember, the taste of olive oil is the taste of oxidation, and a lot of the oil isn't really olive oil. They add a lot of garbage to it. A lot of garbage. Leaving a flake behind in the bath could cause unpleasant scenes. Oh, I see. Streaky bacon. Yes, they think it might be a poo or something. I love a cheese and mushroom omelet. I would have to agree with you. I would have to say when I have an omelet, if I asked for a cheese omelet, mushroom omelet, green peppers I used to like, onions I used to like. I don't have them at all. I don't have any omelets. I don't have them. I don't make omelets anymore. That's good. Remember squeezy cheese peas from the Fast Show? No, I don't remember that. You guys remember that? It was an advert from my youth, says Claire. The hot lady in the bath was the wife of Roger Taylor of Queen. Oh, good knowledge there. Dorklands is here. Beans, cheese, and egg on top. Beans, what about a slice of bread? Go all the way. Have a slice of bread. Beans with cheese and Worcestershire sauce. Yes. Yeah, well, what is cheese on toast with Worcestershire sauce? I know that's an old English food. Lilith, that flake advert was epic, says Judels. Anyone alive in the 80s will definitely know it. What was it saying? Was it saying don't leave a flake in the bath? People will think that you're pooing there. Them flake women were tastier than the chocolate. Lots of gingers. Okay, Streaky, good to see you. I'm going to put a flake in the bath, says Lilith. Why? I'm gonna have to Google this because you're not giving me the information. I'm gonna Google it. Why was a flake put in the bath? in the advert. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. It says Cadbury Flake apps, particularly in the 1992 bath advert. A flake was eaten in the bath to symbolize pure, selfish indulgence, sensuality, and a moment of private pleasure. Yuck, yuck. Baths are so dirty. They're really dirty. The ads were designed to create a sensual moment where the rest of the world can go to hell, focusing on a woman stealing a moment for oneself, or often ignoring the outside world like a ringing phone to focus entirely on the chocolate. Okay, here we go. The flake girl is no more. Okay, that's 33 years ago. That's 33 years ago. Lewis, the flake adverts were softly sexy. Women eating the flakes in all different places. Yes, delicious. I'm against taking baths. It uses up too much water. It's bad for the skin. You don't need to wash your skin. You should leave your skin alone. Your skin flakes off. We want nice things to eat. We do. And what's nicer than a ribeye steak, or even like what I eat, which is a ribeye, a brisket, raw brisket. That's better than any fake bar made by any fake candy company. Mars in the UK was once a separate company. Hershey smells of sick, contains sick smell chemicals, and Mars is inferior but not as bad as Hershey. Jeremy Boring of the Daily Wire makes a chocolate. Says Paul Yoward. Yeah, America. Hershey's chocolate is not that good. British chocolate is so much better. It's more not, but it's still not good for you. It's not great. Like a Pizza in the Rain is a great David Byrne line that may be satirizing MacArthur Park. Lewis. Okay. Lilith calls eating flake in the bath a prop. Remember, I'm not old enough to remember this because I came to this country in 2000 and I only watched television for a short while. I don't watch television now. I just get nasty letters from them. The VW advert, she says she can't go out tonight. My car is broken down. He puts the phone down and says, it's over. It's over. Because she didn't have a Volkswagen? Is that what that ad is? Caroline Cooper goes, only the crumbliest, flakiest. Sounds beautiful. It sounds really, really nice. I'm not on Discord, Lilith, but flake advert bath on YouTube. Bring it up. If I bring it up, will I get demonetized? Will I get demonetized for that? I think I might get demonetized. I do not want to get demonetized. I'm very sensitive about this. Okay. Here we go. Look, you're going to have to look. There's no sound on. There's no sound. Lewis, your favorite actress, Miriam Margolyes, used to voice a sexy cartoon bunny in a famous advert for Caramel Caramel. Look it up. Thank you, Lucy. She's not my favorite. I don't know. I think she's a left-wing Jew. She hates Jews. That's the impression I get. I don't know if that's true. Where is this thing? Okay, can you see this, everybody? There's the sink, the hot water. She's in the bath. Oh, look at her pretty. She's a pretty girl. Pretty girl, dark eyes. Look what she's touching. I'm not happy about her haircut. But she could have short hair if she wants to. She's like in the bath. In the bath. She's having a flake. Okay, all right. And she's eating the chocolate. I think she looks horrible. She's got too much makeup on. I don't like her hair either. She's a pretty girl. I don't think she looks natural. I don't want to put the sound on. I think maybe will they get mad at me? Oh, look, even it's flooded. Okay, and now I want to listen to what it says. You know what? I don't have to listen to that. It's a good ad, except she's ugly. I'm sorry. I mixed up the 1989 ad with the 1992 ad. This one is the other one. Let's look at the other one. Okay, nice house. Beautiful, supposedly woman. I love the bed. I love this kind of house. I love all this old stuff. Look at how pretty she is. She's really pretty. Okay. Look at that. What's that? The salamander? How does the salamander? I don't know. What do you make of that? Everybody take a look at that. Let's look at that again. Nice house. What is it, in France? All old furniture and stuff. Nice lighting. She's very pretty. Oh, look at that. She sticks her tongue out. She's saying, Lewis, look at me. I'm going to get diabetes. That's what she's saying to Lewis Schaffer. She's saying she doesn't care about me, is what she's saying. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. Flake would crumble all over the place and you would lose half of it. Okay. These are the memories. You know what's brilliant about this? I'm helping you guys create the memories, to feel the memories from your childhood and your past. That's very good. What are you saying, Lucy? Lucy's being dirty. Galaxy. Maybe you're not being dirty. Okay. Okay. Lewis, you will be okay. Thank you. Thank you, UK video. It's a tidy choice. There's no such. I mean, the thing about the flake is it's a lot of air, so it's like cheating in a way. I like a nice thick chocolate bar. I like ones with the nuts. I used to love the almonds that they used to put in there. Joodles is the best in the bath, Lewis. Much better than that flake bird, especially when she's eating a kebab. That would be a funny kind of takeoff on that is someone. But Joodles, I can imagine that she's amazing in the bath. Maybe she'll send me a video of her taking a bath or a shower. Okay. I know I couldn't wear Levi's because they didn't suit me, but everyone else, they did, said Kate Gwynn. Well, that's interesting that you would say that. That's interesting that you would say that. So thank you, Kermit, for sending me the link to those ads. I'm glad I saw that. Very Lisa Stansfield. Is that the singer from the ad? Galaxy ripples burn my throat. Why would that burn your throat? I'm not even I'm not even filleting them. That's a dirty word, but maybe it isn't. What does that word mean? Am I allowed to use that word? I might not be allowed to use that word. The professionals, they could press a button and they could be. Maybe I'll have to get one of those machines where you press a button. Margulies is horrible. Her book was remaindered. I saw the other day. Paul, everybody's book is remaindered. Everyone's book is remaindered. So that doesn't mean her book was horrible. But what did she say that was so bad, Paul Yoward? What did she say? And what do you mean by that, Lucy? What do you mean by using the F word there in that thing? Flake would crumble all over the place, Kate Gwynn, and you would lose hair. Yes, that's right. Okay, I guess I skipped ahead. If only the Flake adverts existed now, to be honest, the girls would be trannies from Africa in wheelchairs weighing 23 stone. Streaky bacon. Very, very true. Kate says, Lila says, I tried the flake. I tried my flake on the lizard and it ran away. I don't believe you because why would you say it? You would say it's a girl or a boy. Wouldn't you do that? I'm playing Talking Heads wrote, and I'm on the road to nowhere. Da 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 da. I love the Talking Heads. That was my era of the Talking Heads. They weren't a punk band, but they were an alternative new wave band. They were for smart people. We were smart. I was smart. I wasn't smart. You can use that word on 17% of the days, Trudel. Why does it have to be about me? I didn't use that word. I didn't use that word. Lucy Van Pelt used it. George Michael sat on a chocolate one time, and it was a careless whisper. Okay, I don't think I've ever had a whisper. He later did a Wham bar, true story, in his biography. I don't think that that's a true story. Miriam Gargales can't even be mildly pleasant, says Streaky Bacon. I don't know. What has she done wrong? I don't know. I haven't really followed her. But I think she could lose some weight. When I call in this Saturday, I'm bringing the video camera and a kebab. We're going to give Lewis a treat. Okay, a video camera and a kebab. I won't eat the kebab. I go to the chip shop, and there's a guy who works down at the chip shop, swears he's Elvis. But I have just the chicken. Just the chicken. Because it's the closest shop to me. Margulies is a self-loathing for so-called Palestine. Yeah. I mean, it's like, how do you survive? How do you survive when even people on your own team who should be fighting for you or fighting against you? How do you survive that? That makes me sad. Lucy says, not being dirty. Some chocolate burns your throat a little. Yes, probably all of it does. It's plants. There's toxicity in chocolate. Might be some sort of not an allergic reaction, a natural reaction. Plants don't want you to eat them. Like caffeine. It doesn't want you to eat it, so it makes you all crazy. And it probably wasn't thinking about you when it designed the caffeine thing, but for plants. But is that the right word to use, Lucy? You'll have to tell me that. I have to go. Okay, Kate. Okay. You don't need to say that, Kate. Just I will see you tomorrow. I hope to see you tomorrow. We'll see you whenever. I want to see you soon. Lil is laughing at Flake has that consistency because it's overcooked. You mean like burnt, says Kermit. I didn't know that. Lilith is laughing at Lucy. Lucy's is a funny girl. My Rose really liked her. She said, that girl's really funny. This is years and years ago, before I ever had this stream. So that's a good thing. I can only picture Smith and Jones when I hear Whisper Streaky. I don't know. Is that a band, Smith and Jones? Joodles. There was a fight at our chip shop last night, Lewis. The fish got battered and the chips got assaulted. Salted chips. That's good. That's very good, Lud. Oh, yeah, that's a blast from the past, Joodles. Video kebab normally means terror. I don't know. Best chocolate bar ever was Coconut Boost. Slightly rippled with a flat underside, according to Vic and Bob. I haven't seen that. Is that a real thing? The Margulies part in Alice in Wonderland by Jonathan Miller was played by Leo Kern. She is that uneasy on the eye, says Paul Yoward. People are laughing. They're laughing with Lucy Van Pelt. Very funny. My favorite 80s chocolate bar was the Star Bar. I used to like I used to like white chocolate, and I think there was a bar made by Nestle. It was a white chocolate bar. It was very cheap. Mel Smith and Griff Rhys Jones were a kind of comedy skit duo. They did the Whisper adverts. They liked comedy back in those days. They liked the comedy, says Joodles. Rose said I looked like one of your incels. How many incels do you have? I would assume that every one of the men who are here is an incel. I might be. I think I'm kind of an incel. I'm an incel, but unfortunately, I'm an internationally famous TV, film, and stage comedian, recently seen on GB News, and because of that, girls go out of their way to be with me. But if I wasn't on the TV, do you think anybody would be interested in me? Vatanai says Civic Coffee and Kopi Luwak are the best caffeine. Is the best caffeine. There's nothing like it, like a beam been passed through the bowels of a civet. Yeah, well, has it been affected? I doubt it's probably been affected by the digestion system. If it was going to be eaten as food, it would have been chewed and it would have been digested. Coconut Boost, Secret, and Terry's Pyramid. The best all discontinues, the bastards. Yeah, it's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. Old English flavored Spangles. What is a Spangle? We're lush, says Streaky Bacon. You're talking about things I don't even know about. But I can feel they're bringing good memories. Fontenay says he's a married incel. There can be a lot of guys who have dead bedroom situations. I know all the women here are thinking about sex 24/7 to be with Lewis Schaffer, but there's lots and lots of guys who are not getting the love that they need. And so these men, can you call them incels? Yeah, because they're married, they're going home, and they're not being loved. It happens the other way around too. The incels like Lilith. Okay. Yeah, well, why not? And do you say yes to them? If you say yes to them, then they're not incels. Do you say yes to them, Lilith? A man's got to chew what a man's got to chew. Tafos. What is a tafo? Is that a toffee? Mel Smith was great, says Paul Yower to Joodles. It was great. But Jones has the weird voice. He is from London, but his accent is what? I don't know. I don't know who he is. I saw that fishing program a little bit that he did. If you have sex 24/7, all right, good for you. Good for you. I'm in favor of that if that's what you're into. Jones is Welsh. Well, it's a very Welsh name. Great, Rhys Jones. It's so Welsh. Janet's here again. I don't know what Spangles are, says UK Video Clips. But Janet says this. I first see you on GB News. You saw me, yes. Loads of people comment about you, asking where you are. Yes, they still ask, Janet. They still ask. I'm here. Am I an internationally famous streaming celebrity? Yes, I am. I'm an internationally famous streaming celebrity. I'm doing great. I don't know whether I believe that. Do you believe that? Do you believe that I'm doing great? Everybody, can you do me a favor? Can you go and like the stream? Can you like the stream? Jones is Welsh ancestry, but grew up in London, I believe. Yeah, well, because it sounds a lot cooler to come from Wales than London. I remember when you could buy two jelly beans for half a p. Tiny jelly beans or big jelly beans? Or big jelly beans? Or big jelly beans? Um, let's see. Spangles are sweet or candy. They are the same size as tunes. I don't know what a tune is. Let me see. Let me see what a spangle is, because there's so much interest in spangles. We're going to go over there, window capture. We're going to go here to this. We'll go here to this. Spangle. Spangles is commonly referred to. Oh, okay. They're hard candy. What would you call them in this country? Hard candy. They're a sweet, right? They're a boiled sweet by Mars. I guess people didn't go for these. They wanted food. They didn't want food to make you hungry. They wanted food to fill the hunger. Let's see what it says. Spangles are sweets. Boiled sweet. Paper packet, 1950s to 1980s. Introduced. Okay. All right. Let's just go back here. Okay, that's interesting. So I know what a spangle is. It's a boiled sweet. Opal fruits made to make your mouth water were better than spangles. Possibly true. Deep dive spangle. What about wine gums? No one's mentioned wine gums. I like those kind of candies, whatever those kind of candies are. They're like the other thing. What is it? Haribo. I know that's more mainstream, like for rich people. So he was born. His father was a medical doctor, and he escaped Wales and moved to West Sussex. His parents probably had a Welsh accent. Do my kids have an American accent? Have you ever been accused of having an American accent, producer?
No.
No. I mean, they used to say cabinet instead of cupboard, my kids. We can start a campaign for theta if you like, Vatanai. What is theta? What is a theta? What is a theta? What is a theta? Spunk is a drink in GTA. Yeah, in real life too, some people could say it. My favorites are wine gums. I used to eat that all the time. I mean, but the thing in this country, if you want something like wine gums, the purple are going to be what's the purple flavor again? I forget what it's called. It's grape in America and it's purple. What is the purple flavor? Anybody know what the purple flavor is? You know, everybody knows. Purple flavor candy UK. Exactly. Blackcurrant. I didn't like blackcurrant. I didn't like blackcurrant. Otis, I don't know if I'm allowed to say any of this thing. Can you do accents, Lewis? Can you do a Welsh or Liverpooli accent? And of course I can do a Welsh accent. Of course I can do, I speak beautiful. All the, well, maybe not a British accent. I can do a French accent. I haven't listened enough. I came here when I was too old. Rhys Jones is the worst sort of Welshman. He doesn't live there, but uses being Welsh as a proper tool. Yes, you're right. You are absolutely right. Do you want a glass of water, producer?
I'm good.
Okay. The fact that autocorrect back to Spunk Rubes, says Joodles. Anything you want to tell us? Yes. I mean, people they're trying to make us so different when the truth is we're way closer. What's the difference between people are different, and that's interesting. That is interesting. I agree with you, Vatanai. But at the same time, we should be a little different. Purple flavor is I can't say, or I will be. What's it? It's whatchamacallit? It's blackcurrant. It's blackcurrant. Blackcurrant has to be cooked, otherwise it could be poisonous. Do you know anything about that? Are you going off to the shop? Let's see what it says. Blackcurrant must be cooked. Let's see what it says about blackcurrants being cooked. They are often, very often cooked because of their intense tart flavor and tough skins. While they can be eaten raw, their strong, astringent, and often sharp taste makes them less palatable than other berries, particularly if not ripe. Okay, let's see. Blackcurrants are toxic. No, they're not toxic to humans. That could be toxic to dogs. Xanthe currants. That okay, moderation. Eating massive amounts might cause mild digestive issues. Their blood thinning properties mean people on anticoagulant medication should consult a doctor. This is why we don't eat this thing. The real danger is xanthe currants. Dried currants sold as xanthe currants are actually raisins from grapes and are highly toxic to dogs. Okay, so that's not even a currant. Don't confuse true black currants with raisin-derived xanthe currants. When feeding pets, black currants are fine for humans, but always exercise caution with pets. Interesting. Do you know anything about this thing? Lucy comes in here and says, "Oh yeah, let me just do an advertisement for this stream. This stream is still around for now. We've done 218 streams. It's the 20th of January. It's 1 year since Trump was elected president, and it survives on you people.
It's like your new revolutionary dating style.
Well, it was mentioned today, and I just thought, yeah, the 20th of January, Donald Trump. After Trump. But if you want to go to Ko-fi, K-O, yeah, it's been a tremendous year. Optimistic in many ways. Optimistic. Don't buy bread. Don't buy bread. But this show actually has been one of the best shows we've ever done. Did you listen to any of it? It's all about candy bars.
I never listen.
Yes, I know he doesn't listen. He doesn't love me. He doesn't love me because he found out I love his brother more, which is why I love his brother more. Because if you don't love him, he won't love you back. That's not right. Is that right? So make a donation to Ko-fi if you haven't made a donation.
Mention the people who donated and thank them.
I should. Lud has been a big donator. Lots of people have donated. I should check on the list here and see who's donated. Let me just see what's but other people contribute other ways too. You don't have to necessarily, you know what I mean? I don't like to check
pictures and
but you know what it is. They could send me nude pictures of yourself, and you don't have to give me any money. Here's the point: you don't have to give me any money. I don't even like to look to see who's contributed because I might think extra of some and less of others. I don't want to do that. Let's see who subscribed. MC Scott. Where has MC Scott been today's show? He's contributed a lot. Vantanai. Kate Gwynn contributed a lot. This is brilliant. Brilliant people. Sylvia Park. Who is Sylvia Park? Mr. Steve Cuff. Thank you, Steve Cuff. Keith, I guess from Bexley. Mark Therosian, I guess. Look at that. Really great. Thank you, Mark, for your Christmas thing. Andrew Graham. Thank you. He's here today. Carrie B. We haven't seen Carrie B in a couple of days, but that was so lovely of her. Really lovely for Carrie B. MC Scott. Again, thank you, MC Scott. Hugh Janice. This is just, it almost makes me cry. Ron Smith was great. Marvin, remember Marvin? He contributed. Has he been here lately? Nonstick Nick. Darklands. This is so lovely. Lewis's son, he's not watching the stream. He's not watching the stream. He's a cute little boy. He's not a little boy. He's a man, but he's a lovely guy. He's a good guy. You could send me a picture. You forget about him. I still got a little bit of life left in me. A couple of years. What did Lucy say that was funny? Not to be confused with Terry Nutkins. I don't know what that is. He's not a dog with unconditional love. I know. I mean, I'm pretty lucky. I like them both. If you ask me which one I like more, it would be hard to say. I mean, it would be impossible to say, I think. I would think. That Sophie's Choice thing, what a nightmare that would be. Anyway, so this has been a brilliant show. You guys have been really good. I think this has been, I've not donated. I'm poor, Janet, but I love you. And when I win the GB News when will I win the GB News competition? What, to win a van or something, whatever that is? I don't know. Let me tell you something, Janet. I love you, and I love you that you said you love me. And I need more beautiful women telling me they love me. And I love you. Okay? And I love you. So I think what I'm going to do is I want you to guess to see how many people signed on to this show. How many people signed in? I'm going to read the top fans. Okay? The people who've participated a lot. But what I also like you to do is, if you can't contribute money, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe at Lewis Schaffer. Just press the alarm button on the bottom. Okay? Make sure you go to Discord and you talk to the people. Make sure you send me maybe a message on Twitter. Say, Lewis, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I will say back to you, I love you. I love you. Okay? You could do that. I mean, it's really good. We don't have millions of people watching. We only have about 750,000 people watching every show. But you people that do, you're so consistent and regular, and that's really, really nice. It's nice of you. Like number 20 is Julian. And number 19, I didn't see you mention Daryl, but Daryl was here. And Daryl is a girl. Darklands is a girl, beautiful, beautiful girl, along with Daryl. Daryl's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lud, been very generous with Lewis Schaffer. Thank you, Lud. Joe, Warrior Princess, 16. 15 is Maltese Phil. I love Malta. 14 is Caroline Cooper. 13 is Lilith. 13, beautiful, beautiful Lilith. Okay. Ron Smith is 12. And Lucy Van Pelt is 11. She came in a bit late, and she's risen almost right in the middle. There's Claire, number 10. Two beautiful women who are fighting over Lewis Schaffer. Alex is 9. Vatanai is 8. And there's Andrew Rubin, who's number 7. Kate Quinn is 6. Janet, beautiful Janet. The two beautiful girls, Kate and Janet. Janet is 5. Beautiful. Streaky Bacon. I've had bacon a lot. I made some bacon before. I left it on the refrigerator. Is 4. Lovely. Joodles is 3. Joodles is 3. You're not number 1, but it's still important. Hi-ho Kermit. huge help and support for Lewis Schaffer and this stream. Huge. And Paul Yoward, another really smart. Are you an incel, Paul Yoward? You don't. You could be an incel. You could be an incel. You could be an incel. I mean, all you got to do is lose a bit of weight, and you'll stop being an incel. An incel means involuntary, and I don't believe in that. I believe for every guy with no legs, there's a girl with no arms waiting. So we can all have someone we love. Every single person here can have someone they love. And if you can't find someone you love, Lewis Schaffer will do you. I will do you. So Lucy says 32. That's her guess. Janet says 31. Judel says 30. Okay. Maybe we should do it this way. We should do only one person can claim the no. That's not right. I'm really a beautiful woman, 19 years old. Yeah, you could be. You could be. And maybe in my mind, I play with incels. Yeah, maybe you do. Well, you're only, how old are you again? Caroline Cooper says 35. Lud says 28. Streaky Bacon says 29. Okay, so let's, okay, Darkland says 31. Are you ready for me to guess? When's our next show? 10:30 tonight. I hope there's a chance I can't, I don't know. I mean, maybe, because I didn't get any sleep last night. I got like 3 hours worth of sleep or something. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. I spent, last night, I didn't get to sleep at all. The sleeping pill I took was just a waste of time. I couldn't get to sleep. Lilith is in at 28. So I'm gonna guess. So I'll see you at 10:30 tonight, and I'm gonna go over to here, and I'm gonna see what we've done. To see the right number. Okay, very close, very close. Oh, this is very unusual. Very unusual. We had a very unusual. And also go into the Discord thing. But the winner of today's stream, I don't think anybody came up with the number. I don't think anyone came up with the number. Did anyone come up with 33? Because that's the number. Basically at 5:35, we had 33. So that's brilliant. I think I'm going to have to give it to Lucy. Am I going to give it to someone who came close? Lucy takes the chipped mug. It was 33. Did Lucy say 33? You can't say it after it's been written down. You can't say it that way. But we've had, like all these streams, it goes up, it goes up and then it stays almost flat. You work on a farm, yeah, so you can't do it. That's brilliant that you really work on a farm. You work on a farm. Where is the farm? Maybe we'll come up and visit with you and help you out on the farm. When I had a holiday with my parents when I was young, we had like a farm thing. She said 32, so I guess Lucy wins. We went to stay at a farm. That's what people used to do out in Pennsylvania or something. Sorry, I got that wrong. I can't get all the way to 69. 61 is as far as I don't know what that means. Anyway, so thank you very much. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you, Lucy. Our winner is Lucy. So Lucy is the winner. Okay? Is the winner. And thank you, everybody. We will see you at 10 o'clock. If we don't see you at 10 o'clock, we will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Here is the deal. The deal is, if I haven't mentioned your name, just say, hey, what about me? Chopped liver? Good to see you.